Well, hello. I'm Pandi of Pandi's Hair, Candy, and More. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, welcome. If you are already chat family with me, you already know what time it is. Kick back and relax and enjoy the commentary. Over here, for the most part, this channel is based upon hair, both natural hair as well as wigs. However, I also do product reviews, show reviews, TV reviews, and just keep you basically up to date with what's currently trending. So without further ado, you all, I'm coming onto the platform just to give a quick recap and review on the Netflix Michelle Obama documentary, self-titled after the book, Becoming. I mentioned it a few weeks ago in one of my weekly recaps with Pandi that it was scheduled to air, I believe it was May the 27th, and today's date is now June 4th, and I am finally getting around to completing it and watching, and so I wanted to come on and just give my final thoughts and just kind of recap and basically give my perspective on the documentary. So again, thank you so much for taking a moment to stop by, click on this video, and for watching. If you enjoy the commentary, please take a moment and smash the thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. It really helps out with my analytics here on YouTube. Especially as a small content creator, it really helps. Now, without further ado, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this. I'm going to just give you a little bit of backstory on who Michelle Obama is, what the documentary was given, and let you know my final thoughts. Okay? All right. So again, we all know that Michelle Robinson Obama served as the First Lady to the United States from 2009 up through 2017. A graduate of Princeton University and Harvard Law School, Mrs. Obama started her career as an attorney at the Chicago law firm Sidley and Austin, where she met her future husband, Barack Obama, who went on to later become the United States' 44th president. She later worked in the Chicago mayor's office, as well as the University of Chicago, and at the University of Chicago Medical Center. Now, Michelle Obama also founded the Chicago chapter of Public Allies, which is an organization that prepares young people for careers in public service. The Obamas currently reside in Washington, D.C., and of course they have two daughters, Malia and Sasha. Now, the Netflix documentary again is titled Becoming, and we all know that everything that the Mrs. Michelle Obama does will always be of interest, even if it isn't interesting. Now, as the first Black woman to be First Lady of the United States, she knows that scrutiny definitely comes with the territory. And early on in Becoming, which again is the new Netflix documentary, it's only been out a couple of weeks now, it's basically about her life. Now, the way it starts off, you see a scene with Michelle kind of encouraging Melissa Winter, who is her chief of staff, to express her emotions. They're in the Shy, the first stop on a 34-city book tour for her 2018 memoir, also called Becoming. And she's wearing this bad all-white ensemble, and she's preparing to speak in front of a packed arena. Now, for her and for those who have been on this journey with her, it's all very overwhelming. She's in awe of who she is and who she's become, just like the rest of us. But in this short documentary film, which, by the way, has been billed as a rare and up-close look at the former First Lady's life, the documentary is filled with some deeply personal stories and struggles that she experienced in her young adulthood, and it's allowing us to see Michelle, the woman that so many of us admire and so many of us love to hate. Now, the documentary gives us a little bit of selective biographical, I'm looking at my notes, I do apologize. Selective biographical moments. Of course, they've always had star-studded guest appearances, plus we get to see a little bit of a healthy dose of motivational messages. She big ups virtues on education, family pride, and community activism. The documentary is directed by Nadia Hallgren, and the documentary takes viewers on an even-keeled journey with Michelle Obama as she embarks on her book tour. Now, she intends to use the time to reflect on her 8 years, specifically in the White House, and to figure out basically what just happened to me, she says. Now, while it's hard to believe that someone who has been in the public eye for so long can actually be unplugged, Obama's multi-city conversations are their most invigorating in offering up more personal insight and showing us some of the sharper versions of herself, with her signature charm and her humor. Now, while many of the elements in the documentary do feel a little light like staged, Michelle's most interesting responses again are highlighted and showcased during her community events, and particularly when she speaks to smaller groups of people, and particularly younger people. Now, Miss Michelle Obama attributes her confidence to her parents, who allowed her to ask questions and made her feel visible. And I quote, "We can't afford to wait for the world to be equal to start feeling seen," she says, end quote. Overall, y'all, I enjoyed the documentary. I feel that the FLOTUS was tastefully portrayed, and that it was very motivational and very informative. I would definitely recommend. I feel like it was a good watch. It was very encouraging, and I think it was very well put together. So yeah, I'm Pandi of Pandi's Hair Candy and More. Again, I want to thank you all so very much for taking a moment to click on this video. If you have enjoyed the commentary here, please take a moment to smash that thumbs up before you exit. And if you really enjoyed the commentary, please feel free to take a look around. I have several playlists and several videos here. I'm sure that you'll find something over here that you will enjoy. If you do enjoy it, please take a moment to subscribe. It is free 99. It doesn't cost you anything, and there's always fresh and consistently new content being added to the channel each week. Again, y'all, I'm Pandi of Pandi's Hair Candy and More. You all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye now.